Okay. Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to today's webinar. This is an official ONPASSIVE webinar, Globally Changing Lives Deep Dive. Today is Tuesday, March 28th, 2023, and we are continuing the celebration of the International Women's Month with all our beautiful brothers and sisters and all the kings and queens globally who have joined us. Please, let's start our webinar officially with our signature tune, In It to Win It, by one of our very own queens. And as you watch and listen to that song, you listen to the lyrics, please also watch the images because they're very self-explanatory. So I'm going to call on our sister, Dr. Patience, to go ahead and play the music for us. Thank you. Over to you, sis.
ONPASSIVE, the future of Internet.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Sister Dr. P. Stand clear the closing doors, please. Right, we know what that means, right? We know where that came from. Our own very train station named after ONPASSIVE, the company that we are celebrating and will continue to celebrate. This is an amazing day for us because today is the last day we are celebrating the women in our company ONPASSIVE globally. And where should I start? Women celebrating, we started by having presenters who have been with us on Women Celebrating Women, Men Celebrating Women since the beginning of March. And this is our last week. And for the first 2 weeks, we looked at famous quotes by women in diaspora. Then what our presenters wanted to be remembered for. That came next. And today I chose this crazy topic, asking the women who are presenting to share a quote from a female person that they admire and why they feel that quote resonates with them. But before we move to that topic for the day, we have a very special guest who is dear to our hearts through her better half. And she was introduced to us by Dr. Bill last Sunday. Her name is Queen Sheila Harrison Williams. She is one of our very own who is going to talk to us today. She is married for 45 years to Dr. Bill Williams. She's a mother of 2 sons and grandmother of 2. And she's also something none of you know about, ordained pastor of Glory City Church in Brisbane, Australia. She is Director Emeritus at the Healing Rooms at Sugar Hill International Association of Healing Rooms. CFO, Chief Financial Officer, Suwannee Dental Care, Dental Consultant. Mission Team Leader, Kenya Medical Outreach, and Tembe Nayesu. Without further ado, please, let's give a huge round of applause to Queen Sheila.
Oh. Thank you all so much. It's such an honor to be with you tonight. I'm so excited. It is an honor to be a part of such a powerful lineup of women and to be part of ONPASSIVE, a company who recognizes women and not only recognizes, but applauds. And as you said, listens to them. I love the video and the music that you just played. It's phenomenal. And I just, looking at all the ONPASSIVE things, I can't wait to start using some of them. The ONPASSIVE O-Connect, we're going to be available very soon, and we will be able to do that. But what I'm most excited about is O-Bless. And we're going to be able to do so much for so many people through that app. I don't know what to call all these things because there's so many of them, but we will have enough dollars coming through our own accounts because of ONPASSIVE, and we're going to be able to give back to people because that's one of the things that we always did in Suwannee Dental and, our own personal accounts. We gave back to the community. And one of my favorite things I noticed in all the pictures and the ones that are here for people speaking tonight, but in the video, everybody has gorgeous smiles. And our smiles a lot of times give us confidence, and people who don't have smiles are not able to share as much, and they'll cover their mouth or they'll sit and be quiet and kind of try to fade into the background. And so we always had a program we called Deserving Divas. So we wanted to give back to the women because a lot of mothers, you put everybody before yourself. You take care of the children, you take care of others, and you're the last one to get your dental work done. And so we every year would have because we had 4 doctors, so every doctor would choose one person, and people send in applications of who they thought was deserving of, getting a complete full mouth reconstruction. And so we gave away hundreds of thousands of dental work every year. And we would like to continue to do that, even though Dr. Bill is retired. And we also did it for battered women with another organization that we were a part of. And to be able to have Oh Bless and to fund that through this is going to be so much fun. And I have a lot of friends who are missionaries and ministers that will be able to do so much more with what we can give them through Oh Bless, because our thinking and what we have seen in our lives is that the more you give, the more you get. And we always told our team that we were working with, our staff in the dental practice, that if you take care of people, the money just happens. So you don't have to focus on the money. It's just going to come. And I think that's what Ash has been doing with ONPASSIVE, because he wants to give back to those who've worked hard and not been able to get ahead. And now we all are going to have that same opportunity. And so I want to just applaud everyone who's here for having the faith and moving forward and becoming a part, because as you know, you told lots of people about it and they didn't join. I'm sure you all have some people that you were disappointed that didn't listen and didn't become a part. But they're the ones who are going to be wishing that they had, but they'll have opportunities through resellers. And so that's a good thing. And I think, we talked a lot last week about thoughts and changing our mindset. So I'm going to continue just a little bit on that tonight, since you've given me the time to do that. And I do appreciate that so much. I think we all have to begin with an attitude of gratitude and an attitude of servitude, because it's through serving others, giving back to the community, giving back to people who are less fortunate. That's when the blessings come to us. If we listen to the Lord and see where he wants us to go and who he wants us to bless, then we're going to see things change. And that's what is exciting to me. And the Bible tells us in Ephesians 4 to be renewed in the spirit of our minds. So we first have to address the way we think, because that's where it all begins. The way we think affects the way we feel. And the way we feel also then affects what we do. Because if you think, I'm not good enough to do this, I'm not going to be as successful as others, then guess what? You're not going to feel good enough. And then as a result, what you do is not good enough, because that's what you're believing and that's what you're putting out there, because our thoughts have power. I think we underestimate the power of our thoughts. And in Proverbs, we see, for as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So we have to begin to really take hold of our thoughts. And if they're not good, you can get caught in this cycle of toxic thoughts. Dr. Caroline Leaf talks a lot about toxic thoughts and what's in our brain. But we can begin to change that by replacing those thoughts. But what we think, it is this cycle. It's what we think, what we feel, and then what we do. And you get stuck in this cycle. So if you're thinking that you can't, then you can't. And you get stuck in that place. And that becomes like a chain. That little circle adds to another circle and another circle until you've got this chain that you've gotten yourself caught in of not believing in yourself for whatever reason. And some of you might not be believing in yourselves because you were brought up in a situation where you were told that you're not good enough, you'll never measure up, and that kind of thing. I know a lot of you have come past that because you are successful and you are doing great. But I want to just encourage those who might feel a little down on themselves sometimes, or it's good for us to know so we can help encourage them. But we want to begin to break those chains, because that's what God wants for us. We want to, look at, are we stuck in this chain of unbelief in ourselves or in others? Or are we stuck in a belief of possibilities, that all things are possible? Anything is possible. The Bible tells us all things are possible for those who believe. Are you stuck in a chain of scarcity? Or are you stuck in a chain of abundance? If you're in ONPASSIVE, you're already thinking in abundance. I know, because that's what you're going to have. But you're in ONPASSIVE for a reason. So start thinking about that. What is the reason? Why has God placed you in this place? What is he calling you to do? for your community, for the world, for women. What is your calling? Just begin to say to yourself, I am a success. I am a great reseller. And I'm going to be able to give to charity because I can do this. I'm going to have a strong team. And I'm loving it. I'm so blessed. You begin to talk about things, not like they're going to happen someday, but it's already happened. I am successful. Not I'm going to be next week or next year, but I am successful now because you are. You're here. But here's the truth of the matter. If we don't believe who we are and who God, and that we can't see who God has destined us to be, and you're always going to struggle. So if we have thoughts of not fitting in, thoughts of not being good enough, or anything like that, where you're not grasping your identity of who God created you to be, and you're caught in that chain of whatever it is that you're believing that's limiting you, the limiting beliefs that we talked about last week. But when you know who you are, you're free, and you're going to live in freedom. You're going to live in the way that God has called you to live, because we are sons and daughters of the Most High God. Think about that. And I love that we're queens and kings on this platform, because that's who we are. As sons and daughters of the Most High God, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, we are really and truly queens and kings, because that's how God sees us. And that's how other people see us, because when you begin to walk in the authority and the power, the resurrection power that we have inside of us because we believe, then all things are truly possible. The sky's the limit if you believe. So I challenge you tonight to begin to listen to your own self-talk. What do you hear yourself saying? Do you ever do something and go, oh, that was so stupid? The minute you say something like that, just stop and go, no, that's not true. I am intelligent. I am smart. I am the favorite of God. I am his child, and he has my back. So just begin to recognize who you are and the power that you have. What you carry is amazing. You are all amazing women and men who are on here as well. I'm thankful for each and every one of you and what you're doing for ONPASSIVE and for each other. And I just appreciate the way you encourage each other. So thank you so much for the honor of being part of your amazing group tonight. Be blessed.
Wow, that was awesome, Queen Sheila. That was really, really awesome. Amazing. Sky is the limit if you believe.
That's right.
That's one of several things you've said. And sky is the limit. We did believe in this forum that someday we're going to have so many people besides ourselves who are there to inspire us. And when Dr. Bill agreed to come, and he came tandem with you, it was an honored blessing. And that was the first time my husband decided to join me. So it is
wonderful.
For how many years we've been here, he's never sat in front of any webinar, but I don't even know for what reason he decided on that day. So tandem, it's because sky is the limit. And if you believe things happen, and you talked about attitude, servitude, gratitude, that is what that embodies everything and anything that we think of in our lives, and from this company ONPASSIVE, which we are part of. We are honored to have you. We truly appreciate you. We know that you have the grandkids that you adore so much, and whatever you have, it's going to happen. Sorry, we have to, let me take care of that noise. My apologies. I was just saying that we have a generational work here coming up, and what you have dedicated yourself, not just you alone, but Dr. Bill, in taking care of all those women that have issues, not just around us, but universally, and through all blessed, we're still going to continue to be blessed. We thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Oh, that was amazing. Thank you. Wow. At this stage, we have a presenter who is, it's 2 or 3 a.m. his time. I'm going to call him first. So just in case he feels too tired, he might want to go to bed, but I'll wait until later on. Now, Dr. Bill, I know you're here. Can I have you talk a little bit after a few of the ladies, please?
Yeah, I will do that. I will wait till the ladies are finished.
Okay, because I know that besides a successful man is somebody. All right, I'll let you finish that phrase. But at this stage, I'm going to call on one of our Queen sisters. It's the first time that she's presenting to us. So I'll tell you just a little bit about her, just a little bit, because most of us have already seen her and know who she is. Her name is Queen Joyce Hicks. And as I stated at the beginning of our presentation, I said that I signed the first week of our celebration of the International Women's Month, each and every one of them a quote from an international woman for them. And the second one was for them to tell us something about themselves, how they want to be remembered, which you all can recall. And today I assigned them something. And for Queen Joyce, I wanted her to share with us who her female poet is. But before she does that, I wanted to share a little bit about her. She has a master's in social work, licensed master clinician social worker, and health coach, owner of Hicks Counseling and Health Coaching private practice, offering mental and behavioral health counseling and therapy. She's married and a mother of 3, 13 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. So for her favorite poet, she picked Dorothy White. And Dorothy White said, "What love will do, if I could shorten the time between our births, I would." And Dorothy White was the sister of Joyce White, who died in 2018. At this point, I'm going to pass over the microphone over to Queen Joyce to proceed in sharing why this quote from her sister resonates with her that we are celebrating today. Over to you, Queen Joyce.
Thank you, Queen Debbie. Thank you so much. And greetings to everyone on the panel, to all these beautiful women. I'm just so humbled to be here, and I just thank you and I appreciate you for inviting me, giving me the opportunity to speak. And it's just great to celebrate women. And I just want to celebrate the women on this panel tonight, and just to be surrounded by such amazing and beautiful women, just to give tribute to all the women in my life and to all the women around the world who paved the way for us and who made it possible for us to be where we are today. And as we continue to move forward, Dorothy White was my sister, and she was a poet, and she died 2 weeks before my birthday. And she wrote me this poem, and she was not able to present it to me. So Debbie asked me who was my favorite poet, and I said, would be my sister, Dorothy White. I just want to give tribute to her. She was a giant in my life and a great mentor, a great leader, just a great woman of God. And I just really appreciate her. And I just want to say just a couple of things here, is that God has, when I think of my sister, and she was just a great example of a woman and a woman of God. And as women, God has given us the greatest honor and the responsibility of all time, and that is to bring life into the world. He knew our capabilities, he knew our strengths, he knew our power, and he knew the love that was needed to carry out this mission. And what an honor. As today, like I said, as we celebrate women, and thank you, Queen Sheila, so much. That was so awesome what you spoke. And if you could have been in my mind, you were right there because we were thinking the same thing. So that was awesome. So I don't know if I'm supposed to continue, Debbie, or that was all I needed to say, or
Yes, you can continue, please.
okay. So thank you so much. And I as I said, Sheila, that was Queen Sheila, that was beautiful what you said, just your words and what you said. You were just right in my thoughts and in my mind, and everything I had was going to say, you said. And that's awesome. But like I said, today, I just want to celebrate women and celebrate who you are, celebrate your womanhood, know who you are, just know your worth, know that you were created to be, know who you were created to be, and know that you were created for greatness, and that you were created for such a time as this to help to change the world. I just want to say, be compassionate about who you are, be more, believe more, achieve more, enjoy more, care more, give more, forgive more, laugh more, dance more, and love more. And always remember to allow time for yourself, self-care. That is so important, to take care of yourself. And I'm reminded of this quote that it says, if you don't take care of yourself, then who's going to take care of you? Show up for yourself every day. Remember that taking care of yourself, it is not selfish. It's called self-love. It's called self-care. And remember that it is okay to take care of yourself and take time out for yourself as women, because we, as Sheila said that as well too, as women, we give to everyone else and we always put ourselves on the back burner. So today I say, take care of yourself. Give yourself self-love. Take that time up for yourself. And always believe in you. You can truly achieve anything that you set your mind to. And as our great CEO Ashma Farr would say, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. And I just want to tell you today, be passionate about what you believe in. Take action and act on your desires. This is a quote that says, if you want to walk on water, you have to get out of the boat. Don't be afraid to get out of the boat. If you ever find yourself stuck in the boat, set it a sail until you reach dry ground, until you're able to get out of that boat and find your way. Or if you get stuck in that boat, reach out to a friend. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And as women, let's continue to love each other. Let's continue to encourage each other, to support each other, to lift each other up. And I'm so thankful for ONPASSIVE, because ONPASSIVE, through Ashma Farr, he created this awesome movement called ONPASSIVE. And it has created an environment for women and to thrive. And the Old Woman platform is going to brings awareness to women's issues. It empowers us, encourages us, and it also supports us. It supports women economically, socially, educationally, and every area of life. So we were given the power to create a positive change. Let's walk in it, ladies and queens and kings. Let's walk in it. I just would like to thank you again for this opportunity, and thank you for the time to share, love each other, support each other, always encourage each other, and be the best you that you can be as well. Be blessed. Blessings and favors to everyone.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. All I can say is, wow. Queen Sister Joyce, first of all, I want to say I'm so honored to share that poem by your late sister. May her soul rest in peace.
Thank
We
you.
just came from celebrating the sister or niece of Michael Ojong Tambia, who passed at the age of 32. And when you just talked about your sister, I had a flashback of earlier today, what has just happened. One thing you said, enjoy more and give time for yourself, because you never know what's happening. You go to bed, you don't know if you'll wake up the following morning. We take things for granted. We take the daily ease of waking up, walking out of our bed into the bathroom and eating for granted. We do not sit down to reflect. Why me waking up today when others who went to bed like me the previous night did not wake up? We do not reflect on that. So that sharing about not just your sister who was a poet and now may her soul rest in peace, but also sharing about others as well. Thank you for sharing your story with us. And we hope we'll continue to see you. This is not the first, and I hope it's not the last for you coming to share with us.
Thank you so much, Debbie. I'll
You're
be back,
welcome.
Queen.
You're very
Queen Debbie,
welcome, Queen
thank you.
Joyce. All right, thank you again. We're going to move to our next presenter, and her name is Queen Sister Kanla. And I am not going to introduce her because we all know who she is, from Dream Team to Deep Dive. It's not her first time, so I'm not going to introduce her so we can just enjoy her message. I assigned her a favorite female engineer. I said, I want you to tell us about your famous female engineer. And she came up with Jessica Watkins. I'm sure some of you know who she is. I can see Sister Joyce nodding her head. She's a NASA astronaut. And Sister Kanla said she thinks the representation, this is a quote from Jessica, I think representation is really important in whatever form it looks like. So somebody who looks like you, has the same background as you, came from the same place as you, whatever connection you can make can be helpful in starting to see the paths of possibilities. And this resonates a lot with Miss Kanla because she says it's because of ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is a newfound family and most importantly, home to me. So I'll pass the microphone over to Queen Kanla so she can share her presentation in this finale of International Women's Month celebration. Thank you, Sister Kanla.
Thank you, Queen Sister Debbie, for the opportunity. Thank you, everyone, for being here once more together. We are stronger when we are together. And it is my honor to present to you one more time my own experiences. And the quote I chose resonated with me because that I could relate. I could see that without ONPASSIVE, I would not be here. If I did not know anything about ONPASSIVE, I would not see everyone on this platform that looks like me. And so that alone is valuable. That is important. And that is what she saw. She stood on the shoulders of other women that have gone before her in NASA. She got the breakthrough because there have been others before her. ONPASSIVE is ours today. ONPASSIVE has found us today. And this is our time. And so I see myself in it. And I can't be any happier than being here with all of you, my newfound family, and my new friends. So thank you. I will go ahead. I would like to present to you as we continue celebrating the International Women's Month, the Women's Day, or Happy Mother's Day. This time around, I would like to look at what makes me who I am. What makes you? What makes us together as women? A phenomenal woman. There is something just special about her. I am very honored to have listened to Queen Sheila and as well as Queen Joyce talk about our pep talk. Talk to yourself, uplift ourselves. And Queen Joyce, may the soul of your sister rest in peace. You talked about we take care of everybody. Take care of yourself as well. It is okay to take care of yourself because you are special. From the Holy Book of Creation, Genesis chapter 2, God made woman from the rib he had taken out of man and brought her to man. Adam. The man said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man, Adam. God saw that it was good." So you are special. God entrusted the woman with so much unique responsibilities that made her special, a phenomenal woman. Starting with her newborn baby, she brings forth into the world. When the baby starts crying, what do the father do? What do the mother do? Sometimes the father may be away due to work, travel, and all other life's experiences. Or the father figure may not be there in the baby's life. Sometimes the father is not patient enough. Sometimes in a strong, loud tone of voice, he will ask the woman, "What should I do? What does the baby want?" Or, "How? I don't know what to do." This phenomenal woman, mother, comes into the picture, embodies that moment. She feeds the child with breast milk, change the baby, hold the baby close to the warmth of her body, cradles the baby till she stops crying and goes to sleep, etc. Because there is something just special about her. A phenomenal woman. She is gifted with raising the children in the right way and with the love of God. Love of themselves for who they truly are. To love their fellow brothers and sisters. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. She is the dominant figure grooming the children when the father is away. Or for single mothers. Her style is holistic in nature. She ensures that she puts everything together, the morals, the academic, the social, the physical, economic, so that the child should be a balanced human being, because there is something just special about her. Those formative years for the child help the child to become a better fit and survive as an adult in the community, because only a mother knows how to do that best. There is just something special about her. I know it's a culture in America and Europe or some other countries where the colors for a girl child is blue and the color for a boy is, the color for a girl is pink and the color for a boy is blue. What does it represent when we see the pink? The girl child is raised with gentleness. She is delicate. She is a queen. And we all are cognizant of that. The boy child is raised with blue. He is groomed to be assertive, aggressive, strong, muscular. That is how he is raised to be. But yet, even in these structures that our society has, this phenomenal woman, mother, she still tries her best to raise her children in a balanced way. Boy or girl, she tries to give them something that is equal, because there is just something special about her. She is a career woman, the captain and manager of the home, the queen of the home. She cooks for her children, husband, and family with love and so much joy. It's a special mama's touch, grandmama's touch. Her secret recipe secret sauce, some of us will say it. And she does all of that with so much love. Some are handed down generations. We learn how to prepare them. Some, we don't even know how to learn how to prepare them because only her knows best how to do them. Because there is something special about her. She is a phenomenal woman. I remember my first experience, my aunt and mother introduced me to cooking. I was 8 or 9 years old. Do you know what my first food she introduced me to cook? That was okra vegetable soup. In elementary school, she took me to the kitchen and sat by my side and directed me on what to do. And that is what I cherish with me forever. She is no longer with us today, but only her could do that. And I am sure each of us on this platform has one or many of those moments that are unique, that are special. And for us and my brothers, we had secret recipes like stew, or we call it here tomato sauce, pepper soup, fish and beef. She was good at it. And even sometimes right now, I try to even make some of those recipes. I am not able to because only she knows how to do them best. Because there is something special about her, this phenomenal woman. She is a proud brand ambassador of ONPASSIVE, women all around the globe. In deep dive, globally changing lives, where we are now. Dream Team, Asia's Pacific, and all the other platforms that we all attend in between the week. Everyone here, our CEO's mother, Hashiba, and wife, as Mahan, there is something just special about you. A phenomenal woman and leader. I celebrate you today. A happy International Women's Month. A happy Mother's Day. A happy Women's Day. To all the mothers and aunts in my life, beginning with my late aunt, Mami Cleofa, my grandmother, Angela, my biological mother, Lucy, my sister and aunt, Dr. Ambrosia Mondoa, my aunt, Dr. Vivian, and the husband, John. I celebrate each of you here today. You are all phenomenal women, men, and my newfound family, ONPASSIVE. I would like to leave you with these thoughts, memorialized for all ages to come by a great phenomenal woman herself, Maya Angelou, titled Phenomenal Woman. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That is me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please. And to a man, the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes and the flesh of my teeth and the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That is me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say it's in the ache of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breast, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That is me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say it's the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care, 'cause I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. That is me. That is my mother. That is my grandmother. That is your mother, your grandmother, my great-grandmother, your great-great-grandmother. That is all of us here. See you at the top. We are all in it to win it. Back to you, Sister Queen Debbie.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. Queen Kanla. Oh, yeah, I know we love ourselves in ONPASSIVE, but you just nailed it towards the end when you brought out those words from your grandmother, from your mom, your grandmother, to the words of Maya Angelou. Phenomenal woman, the best of the best. Every single word resonates with each and every one of us here, regardless of gender, because she just touches every aspect of it. And that's who we are ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE does not have borders. It does not have a shade of color. It does not have a gender. It does not have a face. It does not have a language. It's just ONPASSIVE. And that's what life is. And you just blasted it with that poem, Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou. Thank you, my queen. We're so honored to have your presentation today. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're moving on to one and only smiley queen sister, Dr. Benny. And I gave her a very challenging personality to tell me what her favorite quote by that person is. I wanted her to tell me who her female president, prime minister, or leader was. Can you imagine? And she said, whoa, why me? I said, because I just want to know. And she picked President Sahle-Work Zewde. I'm sure a lot of people do not know who she is. She is the ruling president of Ethiopia. I asked her, Queen Sister Dr. Benny, why? And what is the quote that you find so dear to your heart? So this is the quote that Dr. Benny got, that she picked that resonates with her by our wonderful President Sahle-Work Zewde. She states, if the history of Africans was written by Africans and by women, I think we would find many unsung heroes. For the mother who sees her child die because of lack of food, the economy of resource scarcity is irrelevant. And the politics of public policy does not matter They do not help a grieving mother. She has lost her child because there is no food. Worse still, because no one cares. And I wanted to know from Dr. Benny, why do you think this is relevant to you and you resonate with that quote by the Ethiopian president? And she says, I am an African woman. I am a strong African woman who is someone that provides benefit, has done very good work, has performed some heroic deeds or functions, yet have not received deserved recognition. Whenever I realize that there is no one who cares about me, my feelings, or how I feel, then it is time to do a reality check and introspect. I have to work harder all my life to get what I want. I came to earth alone and I will die alone. The Bible states that God helps those who help themselves. If I cannot help myself, no one will. I did what I could to educate myself. I took care of my children without any help from their dad by cleaning, feeding, and taking them to school and going to work to educate them. And now they have both graduated from college. Now that's what a woman does. And Queen Sister Dr. Benny embodies that. So I'm going to pass the microphone over to you, sis, to continue your presentation from here because I gave you the biggest load. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't have an answer, but you can handle it. Over to you, sis.
Greetings. You guys know it's me, right? As I always said, look at these 5 fingers. They're not the same. That is why I always scream. Greetings, because no one will scream like me. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings, my brand ambassadors. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this amazing webinar. Happy International Month, as we all know. Every day we celebrate women. I want to take this special moment to salute all our ladies. I love you guys. And our kings. I love you all. Now, at this moment, I want to take this special moment to say hello to somebody. Do you guys know who? Our father. I want to say hello to our daddy, the man who created you and I in his image. He brought somebody to all of us, a visionary. This visionary, he saw something that he decided that he wanted. He wasn't selfish. He decided that he was going to share it to all of us. Brother, Mr. Ash Mufare, I salute you, Papa. This month is the month for your wife, your mother. I respect you, Mama. Ash Mufare. I respect you, Mrs. Ash Mufare. Professor Susan, I respect you. I respect all our tech sisters in Hyderabad and Dubai. And now, remember, we do have 8 billion men and women in the world. We have only 1.4 million that decided to join ONPASSIVE. I salute each and everyone. Happy International Month, International Day. Thank you, Sister Debbie, Queen Debbie. Most importantly, Queen Sheila Williams, I salute you, Mama. Sister Joyce, Sister Kanla, all those who have presented. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Now, Sister Debbie, why did you give me that? Anyway, I chose that president because she's an African woman. And you guys know that a lot of men don't respect, especially women, Black women. I chose her because she's a strong woman. And I know that I'm a strong woman. I'm a strong mother. I know what I can do. I will do what it takes. I used to beat my daughter and my son if they have a C. I beat. I know that in this country they don't beat, but guess what? My daughter will put diaper. Let me stop. Okay. Happy Women's Day to all our incredible women. Shine on, not just today, but every day. Tonight, we continue to celebrate every woman on the planet. My queens, you all bring so much love and beauty into the world just by being in it. And it makes everyone a little bit happier. The sun shines brighter when you smile. Now, you guys look at me, right? All right. You guys know that I smile all the time. And when you smile, let me tell you, you look more younger. Do you guys know that, right? Yes. Sister Queen Lily, when you smile, you look younger. And let me tell you a little bit of just 1 second story. I used to work somewhere, not really the Homeland Security, but at Peace Corps. So there were white ladies that we were all, please forgive me, but we're on the elevator. You know, they were just mad like this. So this is what I said. Do you guys know that if you smile, you will look younger? To tell you the truth, they all smile. That's it. All right, let me proceed. It's Women's Day month. I feel special and unique on the top of the world. Anyway, I got this information from www.Business Insider. Now, there are a lot of women who impacted my life, right? A lot of women. The first woman who impacted my life is my mommy. I miss her dearly. She passed away in 1997. I still miss her to today, but I will always remember her. And there are a lot of women also who have impacted my life here as well. We do have a lot of brand ambassadors. So I have Monique Ndiku. She used to be my childhood friend in LCC Mancon. She has always been there for me, and I know that she will continue to be there. I have my cousin. She smiles just like me. Sibang Che Chumbo. This particular cousin of mine, she's a baby sister of mine. She is the one who made me really happy by celebrating my birthday and my PhD degree. She took part like 95%. She was there for me, and I will always remember her. Then guess what? We do have a lady called Mary B. Wilson. I know she is here. This woman was there when it was like almost time for my mother to leave the world. So she wrote the will of my mom. Sister Mary, I know you always bring my okra. I love you. Thank you, Sister Mary. Auntie Flo Chumbo, I know you're always there for me. My auntie. My other auntie is Regina Chumbo. She is the best friend of my mom. She told me to come back home before she dies. I told her, no, Mom, I'm not coming because I don't want her to die. Anyway, we have Mary Ndifo, my cousin. She was always there for me, and she has always supported me more than my own relative. You have Evelyn Chumbo. We were the three musketeers. She has always been with me. Sister Lydian supported me when I did not have a place to live. Thank you, Sister Lydia. Here we have brand ambassadors who here within ONPASSIVE, these ladies, they supported me when I was on a certain webinar that there were some few people who used to give me trouble. But these ladies, they resonated with me and they knew that I was not the fourth. They said, we know that we love you. You didn't do anything wrong. You're a strong woman. Here we have Queen Jane Francis. I love you, sister. Thank you for supporting me. Queen Debbie, you are always with me day and night, from one webinar to another. Thank you for your support. Dr. P, I love you. Thank you. Engineer Bridget, Queen Nadu, Queen Naka, thank you all for supporting me. Queen Kanla, Sister Lily, I just love all of you. Thank you, Sister Joyce. Thank you all for supporting me. Sister Miriam, Sister Ivy, Sister Jackie, Dr. T. Ford. You know, you guys, because of your inspirational speech, I have learned a lot from you guys. Keep up coming. I want you guys to keep coming and teaching us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie, for giving me this opportunity. I love you.
We love Dr. Benny. We love Dr. Benny, and Dr. Benny loves everyone and anyone as long as you smile when she smiles back, because smile is free. You use less muscles to smile and more muscles when you frown. Thank you so much, Dr. Benny. I cannot even summarize your speech, but I can tell the passion in you and all the women in your lives. And can I say I'm honored that I happen to hear my name to be one of those those crazy webinars who don't sleep. We leave from one and by the following morning we are the next one. And I don't know why, but you know, it's just the spirit. When the spirit calls, you listen to it. And all those beautiful people in your life, regardless of where you were at whatever stage, they took care of you, either in school or providing home for you, so you will not be homeless. How many of us are selfless? We don't think about ourselves, but we choose to use our excess income to enlighten the lights, to enlighten the lives of others that we meet in this journey called life. It's a good idea. You get blessed when you give out more than when you receive. So I thank you for sharing your story with us. And that, I think the Ethiopian woman is an economist, because the way that quote that you picked is from the brains of an economist. And I hope that she's still doing well and changing the lives of the women in her nation. Thank you, sis. We honor you as you honor all the women in your lives. And there are quite a lot of them, at least over a dozen from the names that you mentioned. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We have two more, and we are going to get to Queen Sister Ivy Mix. I know she is in the house. We welcome you. You're in the house, Sister Ivy, right?
I am.
Thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to see, because there's so many screens in front of me. Sis, we welcome you. It's an honor to have you with us in Deep Dive. Oh, you don't even know. I feel so honored. And we're all wearing the same color, so something close in that nature. But I don't want to over-belabor any of you. I assigned Queen Ivy a favorite. I wanted her to give us her favorite singer, because we all love music, don't we? We start ONPASSIVE, anywhere we go, it's music. At the beginning and towards somewhere in the middle, we love to hear music. So she gave me a quote. But before I could proceed with what the quote is, let me just give you just a little gist of who she is. Queen Ivy has a degree in theater arts and it's specialized in drama. She is passionate about cross-generational living and very interested that people live a full life and a happy one as well. Queen Ivy and her family live in Colorado. So for her female singer, she has a quote by Mahalia Jackson. And it says, move on up a little higher. Move on up a little higher by Mahalia Jackson. And this quote, Queen Ivy says, it resonates with her because it shows that no matter how successful you are, you can move up a little higher on the ladder of success. You should not always think that you have reached the best of best. Thank you so much, Queen Ivy. I'll pass the microphone over to you, and then you can help empower us in celebrating not just Queen Mahalia Jackson, but all the international women as we celebrate them and everyone in our lives this month. Over to you, Queen Ivy.
Yeah. I am really honored to be here. Thank you, Debbie, and to be on this platform is a great, 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 great honor. I had come on it one day and I told myself, I said, one day I'll be on this, and today is that day. Today is that day. Today is that day, and I'm really, really pleased. Thank you so much. And Mahalia Jackson was before my mom's time, and she was one of the most powerful singers ever for me, you know, and she was a gospel singer. And she has so many songs that she sang that I will sing for hours. And those build strength in me. Those build power in me. So I really, 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 really like what she said, that you should move on up a little higher. At times when you fight to reach a place, you tell yourself that, oh, I've reached, is okay. According to scientists, the worlds are expanding every day. God did not stop, so we should not stop. So that's my inspiration. And I would have liked to talk about my grandma, but I see so many people have spoken about grandmas, and I would like to pick a woman. For me, she's international because her name has been mentioned in every culture in the world. And she's only one of the two women that books have been named after them in the Bible. I want to choose Queen Esther. The way we are all queen, 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 queen here, we have to follow a queen, the pattern of a queen. So I just want to start from a point that Esther was an ordinary girl. God uses ordinary people. Ash has chosen us. We are ordinary. He chose us. And I'm telling you, he's chosen us for a great time. She was orphaned, but her circumstances did not hinder who she was. She just exuded this beauty. She just exuded this humility. So that meant a lot to me, that whether you are an orphan or you are rich or you are poor, just being the center of who you are, the power of yourself, it works everywhere. So let's see how it worked for Esther. The first way it worked was, look at how she was chosen to be among 100 women, to be chosen to be a king's wife. And then she ended up being chosen. Why? Because of that humility, because of that power of the sense of herself. And then furthermore, she goes to prove that God is the finisher of all these things that we are doing. And I just want to say that everything I'm going to say about this great woman, we are women on ONPASSIVE. Our greatness lies in our humility. Our greatness lies in our shining.
Queen Esther had a mentor. We are all thinking of Ash as our leader. He's also a mentor. He tells us, wait, it's going to be done. Listen. Listening to Mordecai was so crucial in Esther's well-being. That matters to me. I listen to Ashmofara. You cannot believe. Everything he says, I listen to it. I go back. I copy it down. Because I have a feeling whatever he says, his life is in it. He's my mentor on my own. And he's our mentor internationally. She needed older mentors. I need him. He knows more than us in this thing that we are doing, where we are going. And she's a woman I emulate. What made her successful is because she had that mentor. When I came into ONPASSIVE, I just saw one of my older mentors. I just saw him in a flash, Dr. Bill Williams. Somebody gave me, that's all, the first tip the person gave me was that 30-minute video he had done in his house in front of his, I think it was his garden. That was all I had. Our mentors, apart from speaking instructions, they also carry power. Look at the power Dr. Bill Williams has carried. So many people can attest. How did we change? His word changed us. Mentors have the power to transform your heart. If it's coming from a good mouth, I'm telling you, when it lands on your heart, it's going to work. So as queens, when we have powerful people in our lives, even if we don't understand what they are saying, the power of their heart can transform us. And that is what Ash has done to us. Last week, he was in an Arabic webinar. I put it on. Let me tell you something. I found comfort in just being in the room with him, even though I did not understand what he was saying. That's the power of the mentor transmitting. So as we are learning from Esther, that she had this a mentor. We have great mentors. Then when she was like struggling, when it came to a point that she had to be a leader, there's vacancy for every one of us at the top. Let every woman follow Esther. Be prepared. She came in not knowing. Look at us. We are going to be world leaders. We'll not be in this our rooms. We will be world leaders. Let us prepare for that leadership. These forums are one of those leadership preparations. Our great Queen Esther, she prepared. And she prepared in patience. Let's not forget, she prepared in patience. 12 months of preparation. She was in there. Today they will put this powder on her neck. Tomorrow they will tell us that let's move to ecosystem. Tomorrow they'll say, let us open our email. Tomorrow they will be patting us with OConnect. I'm telling you, all those are preparations. And as we follow our leader and we go through the 12 months of a preparation, let me tell you something, she came out a winner. She was the chosen one. We will be chosen in the world. We are queens and we will be chosen in the world. A queen cannot be a queen without preparation. A queen cannot be a queen without some disciplinary learning in the background. And I honor that woman. I think about her most of the time when I go through struggles. I think about Esther. When she got to a point where it was challenging, she said, let me put a fast on. She gathered people to fast. Just like we women are sitting on this thing, like by this evening, maybe we should be cooking or doing something else. We are fasting TV, we are fasting friendship, we're on this forum. We belong here. We are going to make it work. We are putting fire under everybody. Everybody is going to catch this fire. She put a fast on a whole nation. We thank God for Queen Esther. And then she had great tact. She had great tact. When she entered the king's palace and the king said, hey, she said, I cannot speak yet. Let me tell you something. Women, we have fast mouths. There are times we should not speak for days. There are times we should not speak for months. That is our great Queen Esther. If I have to go on, it will be 2 days. talking about Queen Esther. So I'll rest my case and I'll say we are queens, and in this queenship, we are going to be winners. We are going to be honored. We're going to carry our children with us. We're going to carry nations with us. Thank you very much, Queen Debbie.
Oh my word. Queen Sister Ivy, you nailed it. You walked in the same path that I walked with when I joined ONPASSIVE. And you are my sister, because my sister that I follow her step by step, her name is Esther. And my mother told me she named her because she and my dad decided Esther was the best person that represented my older sister. And that's exactly what you just did today. Thank you for sharing that. And to come back to the people who are part of your ONPASSIVE, I have 4 people that I started worshiping when I joined ONPASSIVE, and you mentioned some of them. I used to love to go to webinars on the Monday sessions with Ash. And one of the people that two Indian leaders, Idris Moody, Dr. Idris Moody and Pushpinder Dhillon, those 2. And then I came across a videos, not just one, by Dr. Bill Williams and by Jeffrey Morlock. I listened to them over and over. And I said, oh my Jove, I nailed it. And the rest is history, because anything and everything they put out there, I don't care what I'm doing, I'll listen to it, even if I just get a grasp out of it. So celebrating this and bringing up all the things that ONPASSIVE brought us together, re-emphasize our reasons why we are in this now, why we are celebrating the success of women with the men who are empowering us to continue to do what we do as a family within the ONPASSIVE movement. So thank you so much, Sister Ivy. We're going to move to our second to last person who is going to speak tonight. But before I do that, Sister Dr. Benny, can you please just say a few words before I call the next speaker?
Yes, please. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie, for giving me this opportunity. Just to let you guys know, there's this one woman, not only one, but this lady, she always inspires me. You know, sometimes when I cry, she will say, stop it, stop it. You are a strong woman. This particular lady, her name is Queen Verona. She always inspires me, as well as Queen Amina, Queen Yasmin. Some latter, she's an Indian woman. She has always been there to support me. Queen Hawa, Queen Dr. Nadu, Queen Tida King. She, just because of my smile, she decided to be my friend. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you. Queen Judy Reese. Do you guys know her? She is a lady, a white lady who smiles like crazy. She loves me too much, and I will never forget her. Thank you so much for everything. I mean, I just want to congratulate all our women. It doesn't matter whether you supported me or not. Remember, we are all queens, right? Do you know why you're a queen? Now, let's say if Dr. Bill said, Queen Sheila, you know, she's going to smile because she knows that she's the only wife, the only queen. So I want you, all the queens in the house, to know that you deserve it to be a queen mother, a queen auntie, a queen. And I love all of you guys. Mwah. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you. Thank you. I know I will just add Queen Roseberry is one of them as well. So thank you so much. At this stage, I want to pass on to our last presenter of the night on YouTube for our viewers to welcome. Please, please, please welcome Mama of the house. Hey, hey, with a special voice. Queen Sister Dr. Patience. And I asked her to give me her female, not just female favorite person, but I said, give me a favorite female in technology. Guess who she picked? Everyone is so quiet. I'll tell you the quote and then I'll give the name last. So the quote is, education is key to success. Without education, I am nothing. To be good is not good enough. You have to exceed expectations. By Dr. Queen Sister Benny. And I asked, she just collapsed. I asked Dr. Patience, why does that quote resonate with you? She said, I believe that education is a springboard to everything in life. So over to you, Dr. P. The microphone is yours.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, I took the quote from Dr. Benny, even though I'm not going to talk on Dr. Benny today. So, but I think before I continue, we should play one of our songs just to break it a little bit. What do you people think? Is that okay?
That's an okay. I'm sorry, my microphone was muted.
Okay, let's do this one. Everybody can hear it.
Yes.
Everywhere. You never cease to sing a song.
For women everywhere, equality, development, and peace. Women can't be silent when all around the world, people and hungry children cry. We'll sing out for justice and development, and so sing a song for women everywhere. Let it ring around the world.
Never cease to
So
sing
sing
a
a
song.
song. Development and peace. Women now are working to build a better world. The love of peace can rest on every shore. Where men lay down their weapons and let go love and share. And we hope that we are so sing a song for women everywhere. Let it ring around the world and never, never cease. So sing a song for women everywhere. Equality, development,
and peace.
sing a song for
We
women
women everywhere.
Let it ring around the world and
The world will never
never
cease.
song
Song
for women
for women everywhere. Equality, development, and peace.
ONPASSIVE,
Amen.
the future of Internet.
Stop.
All right. And yes, I took a quote that I've heard Dr. Benny say so many times because I believe in education. And today I'm going to talk about one woman. She's an ONPASSIVian. And since it is still in STEM, technology, there's a STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. She's in STEM. I'm going to talk about her. But before I start to talk about her, hopefully I don't miss anybody. I want to talk about some women. Please, if I miss you, please don't take offended. I see Sister Jane Francis is there. Sorry, I hope I don't miss you. That have been very instrumental in my ONPASSIVE journey. Sister Marina Fevet. There's a lot of, I don't know, I don't want to describe anybody, I'll just list names. That way I don't get emotional, because some of them are emotional. Sister Seferin, Anya, Sister Antoinette Favor, Sister Irene Ekwede, Sister Diana Amana, Sister Debbie McCormick. I call these people first, they know why. They are the backbone of the dream team. Then, of course, you cannot stay without expanding, because that's how you grow. And I came across these wonderful women that just joined the dream team. And I want to salute all of them today. I want to give a shout out to Sister Teda, Marie Ali, Miriam Edward, Rose Barif, Rose Motil, Yvonne Finn, Antoinette Sterling, Jewu, Rita Abong, Mama Edith, Mama Sister Lily Lynn, and Sister Verona, Sister Aisha, Dr. Tinesha, JW, Jacqueline Warner, Bridget, and I can't even read my own writing, and Sister Debbie, Sister Benny, Sister Marie Pendin. The list goes on and on and on. Sister, and then recently, I met some great ladies. Sister Mama Ivy, Sister Joyce, Sister Amina, Sister Yasmin, Sister Jennifer, and Sister, come on now, Listra, and so on and so forth. Please, if I miss you, please don't take any offense. It's not intentional. However, today I want to talk about one special lady. But before I do that, I want to talk about two other brand ambassadors. Sister Eunice Tower and Sister Dr. Josephine Tower. These are the other mothers of my children. If you're an African in here, you know what it means to bring kids here and do all the running around, sports, everything. And you have the sports, everything, and they are there. We are sisters from different mothers. We are really sisters. Our parents now know that we are sisters. You couldn't worry what was going to happen with your children. You know they were in good hands. I want to salute them for this month, and they're all in STEM. But today, I'm going to share my screen. I want to talk about one lady, if I can share. All right. Let me share. Can you guys see my screen? All right.
Yes, we can.
All right. What's going on? Why is it not on slide view? Okay, it pops up. Can you see it properly now?
We can see your screen.
Yes.
But we can see the presenter. Okay, is that the presenter's notes or your support? Okay.
Okay,
good.
now it's good.
You're all right.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to talk about Dr. Janet. And who is Dr. Janet? Let me go back. Sorry, guys, my mouse. Okay. I'm going to talk about Dr. Janet Chanji. Who is Dr. Janet Chanji? Dr. Janet Chanji is an ONPASSIVian, and she's a mother of many kids. But why do I want to talk about her? Not only about the fact that she is in science and technology, but you will see why I want to talk about her. This is my sister from another mother that we pray together. We gym together. She nudged me to wake up when I go to my slumber. So Dr. Janet Chanji is a pediatrician nurse practitioner with extensive work experience in the healthcare industry. She holds a doctorate degree of nursing practitioner from Stony Brook University, New York, and she's board certified pediatrician. by the Pediatric Certification Board. Dr. Janet began her education in Cameroon, where she earned her Bachelor's of Art degree in Yaoundé University, Cameroon. She relocated to New York, where she began a new career in nursing and earned a Bachelor's degree of Science in Nursing from Lehman College of the City, New York, of the City University of New York. She went on for her Master's of Science in Nursing at Lehman College, specializing as a pediatrician. Dr. Janet worked in a variety of healthcare settings for 26 years, including newborn nursery, the new neonatal intensive care unit, pediatric outpatient unit, pediatric rehabilitation for children with disability and chronic medical condition, community nursing, medical case management for children in foster care, school nursing, and early care in nursing homes. Her work experience covered people of all ages through her concentration. Though her concentration has been in children, pediatric. Dr. Jenny also trained and mentored nurses and nurse practitioners in the clinical setting with a desire work of academia. Dr. Janet draws inspiration to do all her engages herself from, draw all her inspiration and engages herself from the word of God. Her parents and her commitment to be faithful in her profession. The desire to raise the standard of the profession, maintains ethical values, and devote herself to welfare of those committed to her care. To Janet, a life of service to humanity and peaceful coexistence, mankind and nature is an important aspect of her journey through life. Her passion for life is expressed in everything that she does. She's a woman of God, a mother, and a philanthropist. So I'll continue, but I'll wrap up a stop because the next slide I want to show, I don't want to be on YouTube. So Dr. Janet and myself, by the push of Dr. Janet, took the risk, and I say innocence is bliss, because that was a hard desire. So we are co-founders of Kendrick Health Mission Inc. The desire came that Dr. Janet, God put in her heart that we need to bring health, care, and education to the underprivileged, the forgotten. That was a burning passion for her. And we started working on registered NGO. And then, which is one of our greatest desire, to volunteer people in Africa. So the desire to form Kendrick Healthcare came about, and we started working together. And I can tell you that at one time, I think I fall off the wagon. I just had the dream, and I'm like, oh God, how come we cannot register the organization? How come we cannot do this? This is our heart desire. And one day she said, patient, I have finished the project. So Dr. Janet, Dr. Helen, and myself are the co-founder of Kindred Healthcare. And the vision of Kindred is to provide food, empowerment project for prisoners, mentorship, community service opportunity for university students and others. Kemi aspires to build hospitals, schools, industries for stronger, healthier, and more vibrant community. Dr. Janet is a woman of prayer, love to put her gifts and talent to use, take advantage of God's lead. Anywhere God leads her, she goes. This is demonstrated by our journey of faith that I will show you. Journey of faith to a medical mission in Nigeria, in an area that even the locals in Nigeria told us not to come. But because we believe and we had the faith, we carried out a 9 days journey, which will save more than 3,463 refugees and internally displaced people in Gembu, Jalingo in Taraba State, and in Ekom in Cross River State. The mission was carried purely by faith without prior knowledge and experience in medical mission. Many displaced and indigenous people who had no access to healthcare service receive free medical care and health education on how to manage their chronic conditions, prevent illnesses. Some of the people serve as heart surgeries performed by other doctors that we work with. So we referred people there. This was a major learning experience for our mission for Kindred Executive and a very rewarding one as well. It definitely prevents untimely death and mobility for many that were seen and treated. And that was what the sacrifice that was made. With better funding, KEMI provide more medical mission health education activities and continue medical education for healthcare providers through the mission link to improve medical outcome, which is MILO, designed to improve the knowledge of clinicians, serving people in Africa descent to provide the best healthcare service in order to get best results possible, informed, knowledgeable, and skilled clinicians providing evidence-based care and access of such care to all, which all will accomplish our dream of healthy African people and community. That will be our mission accomplished by God's glory. So as I said, I'm trying to end show. Yeah, what's happening here? Sorry, guys. I have multiple things going on here. I'm Dr. Derek now. Multiple things are going on.
Take your time. Take your time.
All right. So I don't want to put that in YouTube. That's why I'm saying that I wanted to own that. So I want to share a few pictures of our experience, but I don't want to put it in YouTube. So this is my person that I wanted to celebrate. She's an ONPASSIVian, a woman that dreams and never gave up. Even when I was like, oh, are we going to do it? She will come back and say, Sister Patience, God has done it. Wake up. So that is Dr. Janet Chenje. She's my sister. She's also a mother of twins. And she's reside here in New York. So Sister Debbie, if you can close the YouTube part, and I'll show the second part of my presentation. I don't want that to go to YouTube, please.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's just outstanding, exceptionally. Thank you very much, Sister Dr. Patience. I appreciate that. It happens that I went to Lehman College as well. So that's why I was putting my hands up, because I'm not the only one who saw that something good about it. We appreciate that presentation and the journey that ONPASSIVE got you to unite with her and make that trip to help with thousands of people who needed help. That is the heart of Obless. And we believe that ONPASSIVE is going to enhance that further once we start having income from it. You definitely will going to need the help of everyone on this forum, and even more, including Mrs. Sheila Harrison Williams, as well as Dr. Bill, to go there and help, because their services will be needed out there and beyond. So thank you so much for that presentation. So at this point, I will say we're going to say thank you to all our YouTube viewers. We appreciate you joining in today. And we look forward to having you for the last session of this celebration of Women Celebrating Women on Thursday, the International Women's Month on Deep Dive, because Thursday will be Men Celebrating Women. And we hope you can join us again. We hope you mark your calendars to join us to do the finale of Men Celebrating Women, because every man who is in this universe was brought to this world by a woman or related to one way or the other. I don't recall ever seeing a man giving birth to a baby. So that being said, thank you to all our viewers. We love you. We appreciate you. And please join us again on Thursday, March 30th.